Hi there, welcome to the Happy Chicken Coop YouTube channel. Thanks for joining us today. We're going to be discussing how much room do chickens need. Before we get into it, please be sure to like and subscribe to our YouTube channel. If you learn something new, if you find our content interesting, you get a new perspective, please be sure to share the YouTube channel. That's how we continue to grow our channel. It's how we continue to put out great content for you all. Also be sure to subscribe to our website, thehappychickencoop.com, using the link in the description below. All right, with that, let's get into it. Before we ever entertain the idea of keeping chickens, we were long under the impression that you need a lot of land to keep chickens, ideally at least an acre of grass. Fortunately, this is not the case unless you're planning on keeping thousands of them, and you'd be surprised by the actual amount of room chickens need. The amount of room chickens need really depends on a few key points. Firstly, are you intending to allow your chickens to free roam? Secondly, how many hours of the day do you intend to keep your chickens in the coop? And lastly, how many chickens do you intend on keeping? So let's answer the first question. How much room do chickens need? Do I need lots of land to keep chickens? In short, no. Clearly, this depends on how many chickens you intend on keeping. So let's use a little example. I guess that most people who want to keep chickens for the first time would look to get around 6. So let's just use 6. Let's also assume that the chickens are kept in a coop during nighttime and are left to roam during the daytime. The short answer would be that 6 chickens would need a coop that's at least 18 square feet and a run of at least 90 square feet. So in total, you would just need under 110 square feet to keep 6 chickens. We give our chickens a lot more room than this. However, as a bare minimum, 110 square feet will get you started. Now let's dig deeper into each of your choices. How big does a chicken coop need to be? To clarify before we answer this in detail, a chicken coop is the chicken's house where they go to the roost in the evening or during rain. This does not include their run or any space in which they can roam. Inside a coop, you will find the floor, which we cover with sawdust and straw, and a roosting or a perching place. The actual chicken coop needs to be at least 3 square feet per chicken, so follow along with our example of 6 chickens like I said before. The coop needs to be at least 18 square feet. Now you might think with chicken coops, the bigger the better. Well, this is not necessarily the case. Large chicken coops with only a small number of chickens can actually be bad because the chickens can't generate enough heat to keep the coop warm. The other key item inside the coop is the perch or the roosting spot. This is where your chickens will sleep, and you need to make sure that each chicken has about 10 inches of perching space. So in our example, you'll need a roosting pole, which is about 60 inches long, about 5 feet. You'll probably find that your chickens need less roosting space than this because they will huddle together very closely during the night. However, again, it's best to err on the side of caution. So how big should a chicken nesting box be? In addition to the coop, you'll need to ensure you have enough space to fit a nesting box to the back or side of the coop. You can either have a large open plan nesting box or separate individual nesting boxes. We have a single open plan nesting box. However, we are thinking about changing this and providing the girls with individual nesting boxes to give them some more privacy. Regardless of your choice, you'll need a foot cubed of space per chicken in your nesting box. So continuing with our example, you would need a nesting box 6 foot long by 1 foot deep for 6 chickens. And if you have the option, try to make them individual nesting boxes. So the next question, how much space do chickens need to roam? In terms of roaming, each chicken at minimum will require 15 square feet. So if you have 6 chickens, you'll need around 90 square feet because 6 times 15 is 90. This isn't much land at all. A 10 foot long by a 9 foot wide strip of grass would actually accomplish this. But if you want to make your chickens happy, the more room you give them, the better. We wouldn't leave our chickens with only 15 square feet each. We make sure our chickens each have at least 25 square feet. Now, where and how you allow your chickens to roam is up to you. You can choose to create a run or a tractor, which is a portable run, or just allow them to free roam in your garden. It's up to you, and each has advantages and disadvantages. Just a quick word of warning, if you intend to keep your chickens in a run, try to make the run portable because during the winter it will become boggy and it isn't fun changing their bedding every evening because they are filthy. So let's talk about the reasons why it's a good thing to give your chickens more space than they need. You may have seen the way that some chickens in commercial operations are kept. They are in tight quarters, beak to beak, and are pumped full of antibiotics. Why? Because when chickens don't have enough room to be chickens, they pass diseases back and forth. Small spaces are prone to attract mold, mildew, bacteria, and cause upper respiratory infections, among other things. These types of conditions also promote the spread of parasites amongst your flock. So it's just a good thing to do to make sure to treat your chickens like you would any other pet by giving them room to stretch their wings and work out the pecking order as nature intended. So how much space does a chicken need to be free range? All this talk about how much room chickens need lead us to an interesting debate. We're struggling to decide how much space a chicken needs to be classed as free range. We can look at legal definitions. For instance, in the EU, which is the European Commission, a hen needs a single square foot of floor space inside and around 13 square feet of outdoor space. However, the law doesn't stipulate how often the chickens need to go outside. It's more at the farmer's discretion. And in the US, the Department of Agriculture defines free range as a chicken having access to outside, but it doesn't stipulate how much space they require or how long they need to be outside. But taking commercial farms to one side in terms of backyard chicken keepers, what counts as free range? We'd classify free range as chickens that has at least 25 square feet of outside space. Ideally, this would be without a run keeping them in. However, this isn't practical for everyone because of other predators like foxes and raccoons trying to get them. So there you have it, both the short and the long version to exactly how much room chickens need. Thanks for listening today. If you found our content interesting, if you learned something new, if we changed your perspective, please be sure to like and subscribe to our YouTube channel as well as share the channel. With that, I hope you have a great rest of your day and we'll talk to you soon.